It is a landmark. 25 years ago, unbelievably, that the S7 supercar debuted. And I have to think that you've taken more than a couple of moments to think about that, what it all means, and I guess specifically about setting a benchmark for American performance and engineering and style and everything that the S7 represents. What does it mean to you?
It's it's always easier to reflect. At the time, we weren't looking at. I was just looking at building a supercar for the street and one that would be successful on the racetrack. The ongoing success we've had was exceeded any of our expectations, obviously at the time. But reflecting back on it, it certainly was a moment. It made sense. It was literally the turn of the new century. On this, we went from 1999 to 2000,
That's
and
right.
a lot of times when that happens, there's a lot of things that happen globally, and that was one of the things I think that really made a lot of sense, and we were really to advance, if you will, cars and supercars in general.
What was the reaction from the automotive world when the S7 rolled out?
Well, it was kind of interesting is that we had set it up at the Pebble Beach week to have our debut at the racetrack there in Monterey at Laguna Seca. And we had sent out a invitations to a lot of people, media and other people, but we had kept very, very quiet the development over the previous year of what we were actually doing. I did a lot of the development. I did actually in England for the aerodynamics on this to
That's right.
immerse ourselves into the F1, looking at where aero would be going in the future. And so there wasn't a lot of exposure on the car, and there wasn't really any pre-exposure that we had given anybody other than we were invited everyone to the event that day. And it was kind of unique in the respect that the way that people were expecting another version of, let's say, a Saleen Mustang that we were going to unveil. And when they showed up, though, is that the way that the S7 was built, it has the doors that go straight up to the sky, the trunk opens straight up, and the hood or the front trunk opens straight up as well. And so under the car cover, when we set it on our stage on this, I opened all the doors and all of the doors and trunks on it, and it gave it a very unusual shape. It was basically like 3 times as big, and when people saw it draped under that, they were saying, "Oh, it looks like you're going to go into the trunk business," and there was going to be some derivative of the Ford F-150 truck or something, and we didn't say anything on this, and so I welcome our guests as I started the presentation, and then as we got closer to it, then I asked my crew. I had 2 guys to do the unveiling. I asked them to prepare the car, and it was almost like a magic act in the respect that while I was still in cover, they went over and they closed the doors and the 2 front trunk and the rear trunk to it and shrunk that car like a magic into a third of the size that it was there, and then quickly revealed the car under the cover. And it was absolutely a gas on everyone. Was like they couldn't actually believe it. And then at that point in time, we had it on a turntable. I started the turntable, and then people started going, "Oh my God, I've never seen anything quite like this." And it was caught everyone really so far out in left field that it was really a lot of fun. And I don't think I'm talking even 25 years later, there was a number of people there and journalists and friends that so, wow, I had never seen anything like that and expected in such a surprise that we ended up with. It was very memorable, to say the least.
Oh, it was memorable. Still is memorable. Become one of the most recognizable American supercars really ever built.